Good morning, friends. We're back for another episode of Millie's Morning Message, our little STEM activity for the day. And welcome to the crazy. We've got, oh, you didn't even greet me today. It's sort of a dreary day here. Spence, you want to say hi to the kids? Yeah, he's sleepy. And there's Todd. And let's get the star of the show. We'll say good morning to Millie. Say good morning, Millie. How you doing? I think you might actually like what we're doing today, Millie, because it's the kind of stuff that you steal from all around the house on a regular basis. So let's go see what we've got on the table today so that you know what materials we're going to be using. So let's see what Millie found today. She found some feathers and some bits of fluff, some Easter grass and crinkled paper. Oh, and look, you love to steal this when I'm working with it. And yarn and some ribbon. Now you don't need all of this stuff. Any sort of scraps will do. And let's see what else she's got. Oh, we found a plastic bag and some tape and a scissor. So I want to show you the bird that we're going to talk about today. We're going to read a book about this one. And I saw a cousin of this bird at my bird feeder. This is called the American goldfinch. And it's actually the state bird of New Jersey. So if you have the right kind of bird feeder, you might be able to see them. They're all over the place. And they actually are a little bit different. The boy goldfinches are bright, bright yellow. And the females, the girls, are a little bit more muted in their color. And the reason for that is this bird, the mommy bird, has to sit on the nest, and she wants to always look like a bit of nature. So she is colored to look like maybe the tree bark that she's sitting in or some old leaves. That's called camouflage. A lot of the big kids know camouflage. Camouflage is when an animal blends in, so you don't really see it in nature. The boys, they don't need to camouflage that much because they don't spend that much time sitting on the nest. So I'm going to share with you our book today. And it's this book, sort of a new one for me. This is a first science storybook called Bird Builds a Nest by Marc Jenkins and illustrated by Richard Jones. And you can see right here, I think that this is sort of an illustration of a goldfinch. So we're going to get our bird book. And before we start reading, I'm going to teach you guys how to draw a goldfinch. So, because they have a sort of slightly different kind of body. So we're going to start by making a smiley face. And then we're going to just cross the top. Almost looks like a boat, right? And then you can put, this illustrator made like an upside down U for the bird head. And then another little smiley face or a little boat shape for the wing. And then we need to do the details. We know birds have 2 eyes and 1 beak, right? And now a lot of the details are going to come from how we color this. Oh, we need legs, right? Birds have 2 legs. So for this bird, you'll know it when you see it. It's got a little bit of black on the head and a bright orange beak and some black on the tips of the wings and tail. So we're going to try, whenever we do a science journal, we try to make it look sort of how it is in nature. So we'll color some black feathers on the top, and we'll color some black. I'm going to make his wings a little bigger. I'm going to color outside the lines. So you color, 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 and we'll put a little black on the tip of his tail. Make them sort of feathery. And then we noticed in our book he's got bright orange beak. And the rest of him is what color? He's called a goldfinch. So we're going to pick up that yellow crayon. And we're going to color him. Color, color, color. Color, color. Now you don't have to. I mean, you can color the bird, that you see at your bird feeder in your yard. I thought this one would be fun to do because this is the one that we're going to read about today. And if you're a big kid and you want to practice our letters and our spelling, let's write the word goldfinch. So we'll do G, G. So that's G. Now we need go. O. Gol. What do you hear? L. L. Gold. Yep, that's a D. Gold. And now we're going to do finch. F. Fit. I. Like igloo and iguana. I. Fin. There we do an N. And then ch. That's a two-letter sound. That's like chicken and cheese doodle, and I'm going to give you a hint. C-H. And that says goldfinch. And that is the state bird of New Jersey. So I'm going to put my bird journal away and my field guide away. And we'll settle in to read this book about this little goldfinch. And you can see she's a little bit more muted. She's the mother bird. Right? If she were the father bird, she'd be very brightly colored. So we've got Bird Builds a Nest by Marc Jenkins and illustrated by Richard Jones. And this book is for Kate, Louise, and Denise, and for Mom and Dad. Bird Builds a Nest. And there she is. It's a beautiful day. Bird is up early. She's got a lot to do. First, what she needs is some breakfast. What she wants is a nice, juicy, what she's gonna get? Worm. That's a long worm. Bird pulls hard. The worm pulls back. It is a big worm, and it's strong. Too strong for Bird. Ah, this one is better. It is smaller and not as strong. Delicious. Now, Bird can get on with her work. She is not looking for worms now. She needs twigs. Lots of twigs. This one is too heavy. And so is this one. Right, that's much too long. All of these will do fine. Bird can carry one large twig, or two medium-sized twigs, or 3 or 4 small twigs, although it is hard to fit that many in her beak at once. She is building her nest. It's not quite finished, though. Carefully, she pushes a twig into the side of the nest and pulls it back out. Pushing and pulling, pulling and pushing, she gets all the twigs into place. She works for hours, flying back and forth, fetching and carrying, pushing and pulling. See, look, and the nest is getting bigger. There's the daddy bird. Bigger and bigger. And now they're ready to start their family. Sometimes she drops a twig, but it doesn't matter. Now she is looking for softer things like dried grass and feathers. They are very light. She can carry lots of these at once. She tucks them into place, turning around and around, pushing with her whole body. She makes a snug little cup, smooth and soft on the inside. The nest is ready and waiting. Can you guess what it's waiting for? What do you think she's going to put in that nest? You were right. Eggs. 5 of them, speckled and beautiful and getting ready to hatch. Right, there's Mommy and Daddy Bird. Right, and there they are. Everybody hatched and healthy. So today what we're going to do, look at these beautiful end papers. So next what we're going to do is we're going to make our bird nest helper. So we need, for that, a plastic bag. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. And all of this sort of bits and bobs of fluff and stuff. And just give me a minute to clip it into the tripod. Hopefully I won't make a mistake like I did yesterday and turn off the video. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to take a plastic bag, and I like to use plastic bags because they're weatherproof. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut it all the way through into 3 strips, and you're not going to cut all the way through. You're going to leave it attached at the top. So there's 1 strip, and then there's 2 strips, and now we've got it into 3 pieces, but they're all attached at the top. And this part you might need some grown-up help if you're not super good at things like tying. So you're just going to gather the top and tape it. Maybe we can have, there we go. Big piece of tape. And when I used to do this with my pre-K and kindergarten kids, we would always tape it to the table. And then you're just going to keep them together, and we're going to braid it. Let me see. I'm going to move this up a little so that you can see what I'm doing. Oh, Millie hears the plastic, and she knows crumpling plastic usually means food. Not today, kid. You're out of luck. Can you check and see what it looks like up there? All right, so we're going to take the one on the outside and bring it to the middle. And then you take the other outside and you bring it to the middle. And then you take the other outside and bring it to the middle. I knew it. Yeah. And then we take the other outside and bring it to the middle. And you just keep bringing the outside one into the middle. It's a pattern. And pretty soon, you'll have a braid. Now, I'm going to tell you a little trick She's eating my crayons again. The tighter you make it, the harder the next part is going to be. But and if you are like a little kid, like a leaping lizard, you don't have to cut your bag into 3 pieces. You can just cut it into 2, and you can do like a twisty. Just keep twisting it round and round and round. So there's different ways, but the idea is you want to be able to put something in those spaces. Yeah, she's on my shoulder now because she is looking for food. I'm going to cut these up a little higher. Millie, you're a menace. All right, so we're going to do another quick braid. You always watch. We're going to do it again. We're going to bring the outside one into the middle. And then you just always bring the outside one into the middle. And this is for the birds. They don't care if it looks perfect. They're just happy, right? Outside one into the middle. Outside one into the middle. So this is a good fine motor skill. Outside one into the middle. Outside one into the middle. Outside one into the middle. And then when you get this little tail at the end, you can either wrap it with a rubber band or a bread tie or a pipe cleaner. I usually just fold it over and tie it, but that might be a little too tricky for preschoolers. I'm going to do that now, though, because I don't have any of those other things. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my tape. I'm just going to wrap it on the bottom, keep it closed. So now we've got these loopies on top. Oh, look, here comes Todd with a bread tie. He's my knight in shining armor. Don't ask me why we had one of those in the living room. All right, so here we've got our braid, and you see how it's got little pockets? Now what we're going to do is we're going to take all this fluffery stuff for Mama Bird to come and find and use to make her nests. So I've got some yarn. I'm going to stick that in. And if you have a pencil or a pen, you might want to use that as a poker. Here we've got some Easter grass. We're going to shove that in. Tuck it in. Just keep poking. It's a fun thing to do just to get your hands. Now this is like some cotton, and it's always nice to stretch it out. Make it all puffery and fluffery. Right? See how puffy that is? Some mama bird is going to love that for her nest. We're going to tuck that in. And then we've got some, this. If your parents are old like me and Todd, they're going to know what this is. This is an old cassette. People used to listen to music on this. And to be honest, the birds love this. When we clean out the garden every year, we always find some of this laying around. I don't know where they get it from. But once we started noticing it in the garden, I added some to my little nesting materials. I guess because it's waterproof. I don't really know. We've got some craft feathers, even though they don't, birds obviously, they make their own feathers. They don't need extra feathers, but, you know, makes it a little colorful. And then if you run out of space on the front, you flip it to the back. You can tuck things in those little pockets as well. Here's some ribbon. This is from a present Miss Linda once gave me. Shout out to Miss Linda. So you just kind of keep tucking all of these things in. We're going to make an easier one even tomorrow for like the little kids. But you get the idea. Just keep shoving this stuff in. And then when it's all done, you take it and use the loops of the bag to hang on your tree, and the birds will come. And actually, you know what? Maybe Millie will even come and demonstrate. Let's see. She's monkeying around. Here, Millie, you want to see? See? And the birds will sniff that and go help themselves. All right, Mill. She's ready to chase her brother. So, you want to say goodbye, Millie? Say goodbye, Millie. I like to squish her. She doesn't really like it, but she makes a funny face. Say bye, boys and girls. All right. Bye. See you tomorrow.